There have been a lot of great stories throughout Indiana high school basketball history of family connections, fathers coaching sons, mothers coaching daughters, but I think the current situation with the Northwestern Lady Tigers is unique beyond anything else I can think of. Kathy is the head coach, Jeff, her husband, as the assistant coach, Kathy's father also on the bench, and then to have two daughters starring on this team that's won multiple state championships, McKenna and Madison. I can't think of any other examples that rival this situation.
When Kathy was probably 10 years old, we lived out in the farm. We had a barn, and the barn, we made the upper level into a kind of a gym. And my son, who was about 3 years older than Kathy, we'd go out there to shoot around, and she'd tag after us. And she'd go to my wife and say, "Where's Mike and Dad?" And they're out in the barn.
I think one of the things that I loved about the game of basketball is it was something that we had as kind of a family bond. My dad and I would always watch college basketball games on television together. He was a big Bob Knight fan, so of course then we became IU fans, and we would watch the games together. We would watch the Bob Knight show on Sunday mornings, but it was always something that we enjoyed to do together.
She was all-state tennis her junior-senior year. She was an excellent volleyball player, and in basketball, she got a Division I scholarship at Evansville, played 4 years down there.
Kathy and I met actually in college. I'm actually a year older than she is, but we both played basketball at the University of Evansville. And so we obviously were in the gym a lot together, and we really started dating pretty much not long after the start of her freshman year, and kind of interestingly enough, we were married in between her junior and senior year. So her senior year of college, she had Layden on the back of her jersey instead of Y, so that was a little different.
As Madison and McKenna were young and getting involved in sports, because sports is such an important part of our family, and it's something that we enjoy doing as a family. Madison started playing tennis when she was probably 1 or 2 and could hold a racket. My dad would throw tennis balls to her out on the back patio, and she would just hit them one after another. And both girls played soccer and softball and basketball from the time that they could walk. It was just something that they had the opportunity to be in the gym because I was coaching, but it also was something I could see that they loved to do. Not only being around the girls on the team, but just the love that they had for playing the sports was pretty obvious.
Ever since I was born, I remember just in a gym somewhere and watching them play. My dad would play pickup when I'd watch him, and I don't know, we've always been around it. So this is just very special to me because not many people have your whole family coaching or your sister playing. So it's just really fun to have them all there, and we may have a few ups and downs, but we just get over it and it's super fun.
It's definitely a unique perspective to have so many people in the same family on the bench together. I think sometimes it's a little bit challenging because as a coach you're so caught up in game preparation and game planning. Sometimes I have to take a step back and enjoy the fact that my kids are out there and my kids are having success, because you are so focused on the team aspect of it.
I think that when I look back at the memories and the success we've had, and as a mom coaching, it is difficult sometimes that you don't get that opportunity to just be a parent and cheer on your kids. But after we were able to win the sectional this year and seeing Madison and McKenna get pictures with the trophy and celebrate with my mom and dad and my brother and sister-in-law and my nephews, I think it was an opportunity for me to look back and just think of how fortunate I am to have this situation and be a part of this with them.
Being able to be down there on the floor with them, winning state championships, those types of things, that's something that's just special, and I think that the biggest thing that I appreciate from the fact of me being able to help coach them is just we get to spend a lot of family time together.
Sitting on the bench is sometimes it's hard because you don't have the best view sitting on the bench. You've got the coach standing in front of you and a referee standing in front of you, but primarily I'm watching Kathy make decisions, split-second decisions, and like I said, I've been with her from day one for 18 years now, and I've just seen her improve and grow as a coach, and it's just, I would think it would be really fun to play for her because she makes it fun, and the kids enjoy it.
Northwestern was blessed 8 years ago when the Layden family came to us. They came after a very, very successful career at other schools, and we are so blessed to have, because we look for coaches constantly that are going to build kids, develop programs, hold kids accountable. They do all of that. So we are blessed to have them in our community.
You know, it's something that from the time I was young, when we would have family cookouts and get-togethers, our family would play sports. So I think when I think about sports, I think about family, and you know, it's just kind of goes hand in hand for us.
Yeah, so I chose Purdue because I wanted to stay close to home, stay in Indiana, so that was the best fit for me, and I wanted to major in pharmacy, so that was a great school. And Purdue I don't think it started off as one of my top choices, but then once I got to know the coaches, the players, and everyone in the community, I just knew it was the perfect fit for me.
It's emotional when I think about this being the end of an opportunity to coach Madison, because from the time she's been born, she's been in the gym with me, you know, from being in a car seat to running up and down at practice with the girls and practicing. And so while on one hand, you know, it's obviously an emotional time that this is the last week that we have, I couldn't be more excited for her to have the opportunity to go to Purdue and play for Coach Versa.
I think I'm going to miss most about Northwestern is just that my mom is my coach, so at Purdue won't be like that. And then having my sister with me and just having everyone there, but at Purdue won't be like that. So I think mostly that, and obviously all the fans, playing with some of these girls that we've been playing since 4th or 5th grade. So obviously them, it'll be a big part.
One of the hallmarks of Indiana high school basketball is the community feel, the familial feel. And I think you can't get a better example of that than what you have with the Layden family, with Kathy, with Jeff, grandfather, granddaughters, and all in a starring role on a dominant team. There's nothing more Indiana high school basketball than that.